Welcome to another episode of the Goddess Sugar Podcast. I trust that you are arriving in gratitude, love, and all the magic the universe has to offer because you are very much magical. A gentle reminder before we dive in, everything that I speak about on my podcast comes from my personal truth, experiences, and journey. Take what resonates with your spirit and leave what doesn't. This is a space for exploration and not perfection. Trust your own path and let's walk this magical journey together. Before any episode, I think it's important for me to acknowledge the people and the forces that have brought me here today. Thank you to my divine pantheon for trusting me with your ancestral wisdom. Thank you to Spirit for being all things. Thank you to the universe for holding the cosmic beauty of our infinity. Thank you to my ancestors who walked before me. Thank you to my sacred guides for holding my hand every step of the way. Thank you to my family, friends, mentors, teachers, and the collective who support me in this physical realm. And thank you to myself for daring to live as the goddess that I am. Hello, goddess. I affirm you are well. I affirm all is well in your world. So let's talk about it. In our culture, there's this being that girl, right? Being her, okay? And before we even get into this manifesta, declaring this over yourself, I want to just point out that being her, being that girl, is not a certain look. It's not a certain type of woman. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not how much money you have. It's none of that. Being her, being that girl is an energy. And there's enough for everyone. Okay? So I just wanted to remind you of that because I think that kind of gets lost in translation. And also, we have to keep in mind when these trends come out, when these words or phrases come out, right? There starts to be a portrayal of that. It's a certain portrayal of it. And so now there starts to be this misconception of this is what that is. And anything that is not that obviously does not fall in line. But like I said, I want to be clear that being a goddess, being her, being that girl, that's an energy, period, point blank. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter if you don't have anything, because it's plenty of people that you would consider have less than, but their energy is infinite. It's abundant. It is her. It is queen. Okay. It is T. So yeah. And I think this is important for us to realize as women. It's an energy that you carry. It's not necessarily what's on the outside. Because let me tell y'all, it'll be plenty of days that I don't do myself up, no makeup on, just, sweats on. I may have $10 in my bank account, but guess what? I know even in that moment, I'm still her because it's an energy that I carry, right? So you need to know that as well. So let's get into this manifesta. I really think you're going to love it. So let's get into it. I am magnetic. I am alluring, stunning, irresistible, and ethereal. I am multifaceted. I am a multidimensional goddess with unwavering confidence. I accept that I am worthy. I accept that I am deserving. I am magic. My body is healthy and it shows. My hair is long, strong, and luscious. I look good, I smell good, I taste good, and I feel good. My aura is so mesmerizing. People can't help but wonder what world I come from. I stick to my boundaries, and I'm not concerned with the perception of others. I am not burdened by people's limited ability to realize my infinity. My divine team and I are thick as thieves. They always have me covered. I choose to trust instead of worry. I choose to let spirit handle things on my behalf. My nervous system is regulated, and I always keep my cool in any given scenario. I relax in my goddess power, knowing that all is conspiring in my highest favor. I live a sustaining, luxurious lifestyle that is safe and blissful. I always have more than enough because I am aligned with the spirit of Grigri. I have good juju. Abundance, wealth, and prosperity flow through me easily and always. I live life by my own code and standards. I walk in my purpose and in my authenticity. I adore myself and I am adored by others. I am well known for what I do, and I work with high-ticket clientele that love working with me. I get paid to be authentically me without compromise. I take my time and work on my own schedule that is conducive to my human design. I prioritize my wellness and self-care routine. Taking care and adoring my temple is important to me. The infinite love I have for myself always comes first and helps me attract thrilling opportunities. I am aligned with the most magical case scenario. Things just come together for me in the most miraculous ways. I travel so much that the airports know me by name. Being in vacation mode aligns with my feminine energy. I embrace and embody my divine feminine, allowing myself to receive, rest, and be in the energy of Venus. I align with opportunities that refine my craft and allow me to evolve as the goddess that I am. I create heaven on earth for myself. My life matches the beauty and purity of my soul. I am unstoppable. I am untouchable. I am truly a one-of-a-kind woman, a hidden gem. I am her, and so it is. Big period. Oh, I hope you felt lovely while listening to that or saying it to yourself. And I just want to add some things that I put in my manifesta are things that I see for my life, are ways that I want to live my life. And so I think that's important when you're including things in your manifestos, your affirmations, etc. Like you may feel like, oh, well, that's not necessarily how my life is right now. That's okay, because still you're manifesting it. It's in the process. It's already done. You know what I mean? So you constantly saying it, you're just adding to that. You're just adding to that reality anchoring down, into the 3D. But yeah, don't be afraid to like speak big about yourself. It doesn't have to be in a obnoxious way or like an arrogant way. It doesn't have to be like that if that makes you feel like weird. Which I'm actually gonna do another episode about that whole thing about like calling yourself a goddess and acting as so, because we'll leave it right there. But anyway, yes, when you're like I said, when you are declaring things over your life, like speak big, like I said, there's no need to feel like a fraud or like have imposter syndrome, like, like this is not exactly how I feel or like how I'm living. Look, if you see your life like that, if that's how you want to feel, girl, say it, because eventually the more you say it, the realer it's going to become, because you're just reprogramming yourself to accept that reality. Because our outside world, our external world, is only a reflection of our inner world. So even for example, like when we're talking about living a luxurious lifestyle, right? First of all, that word can mean so many different things, because I know for me, like living a luxurious lifestyle, yes, it can include material things. But for me, when I say luxury, I'm thinking I'm breathing clean air. I'm eating good foods. I'm having great experiences, and it doesn't necessarily have to cost money to have a great experience. I'm having genuine people in my life. Like that's luxurious to me. But whatever that is to you, like tailor it to you. But like I said, even if your thing is, oh, well, I don't have everything I want right now, girl, it's in the works. It's yours already. It's already on the quote unquote timeline. So it's okay to speak that out loud and to speak that over your life. Because again, when you're saying these things, you're opening your mind, you're opening your heart to believing that you can have it. and that it's already yours. So I just wanted to make that clear. And I may even just do a whole nother episode about that, because I feel like some people get caught up in that, like, I don't necessarily believe what I'm saying, or like, I don't actually see what I'm saying. But anyway, I hope you felt beautiful when saying that to yourself. Also, a tip that I love when it comes to saying my manifestos, I say them in the mirror, because a mirror is simply a reflection. So whatever I'm saying, I'm reflecting it back to me, So yes, love. So enjoy. Remember, being her, being that girl is not a thing. It's not a certain type of look. It's simply an energy. Stay calm. And remember, even when life tries to throw salt in your sugar, be a goddess anyway. Peace and blessings. Much love. Ciao, ciao. Ashe. Until next time, love. XO, XO.